Welcome back to the Federation, everybody. Welcome back to Music Culture Wrestling. This is episode 14. I am one of your hosts. My name is Vic. We got Bianca. We got Les. Ooh. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. And we're coming to you live, not really, on a Tuesday evening. You'll see this tomorrow. And here's what we're going to talk about, man. We're going to talk NBA playoffs. We're going to preview the Eastern Conference Finals between the Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. We'll talk about the Subway Series that just happened and more of the controversy. Oh, somebody's happy from the corner of my eye. Controversy regarding Juan Soto is a never-ending saga with that man. Finally, we'll talk SmackDown, Raw, and preview Saturday night's main event. After that, our wrestling roulette, our hot tags, you already know. It's the culture, keep it locked.
Cause I'm the best with the flip. I am legend on the ledge doing Willies and Smiths. I'm really the you really I'm really equipped, I'm bringing the click. I'm ready for war off top like Sabu on Raw. Do you want more?
Alright, thanks for staying with us. The NBA playoffs continue at a fever pace. The Western Conference's matchup is set. It'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Real quickly before we get to the Knicks, who's going to the NBA Finals out of the West?
Timberwolves.
Tell me why. I'll say this right before you go. Sometime I was watching, after the Knicks game, they'll put the West Coast game. And Minnesota plays with a lot of intensity and a lot of athleticism. I think sometimes the Knicks play a little slower, but that's because everybody's tired, I think. And it seems like nothing tires out that team. And now I am a little afraid of them. We face whoever we face, but we got to get past Indiana first. But why do you think the West got what it takes to finally get over the conference final hump?
I think Timberwolves is gonna go over because they are more talented. Like the team is spread out a little bit better than OKC. OKC got Shea. Shea is a bucket. He could give you 50 any game, but it's like it's one of those like playing 2K things where it's like let the star do whatever they want and lock everybody else down. And if they do that, Timberwolves got it. But I think the series is gonna go at least 7. It might go to full 7.
We hope so, man. The more competitive it is, man, the better it is for
the fan.
The fan.
Yeah.
And it's also great for the owners because they make more money. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go. The New York Knicks slay the defending champion Boston Celtics. They rout them, actually. Won by 38. What a game. Just your initial feelings of this kind of win. Sometimes the anxiety, maybe hit a game winner. But I really like it when it's a rout, when it's just decided before the fourth quarter begins. That's my favorite kind of game.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Knicks to actually get to the chip because the Pacers ain't nothing.
Oh,
the only thing is I just don't want when the Knicks actually do make it. If they win a chip this year, they're gonna try to put an asterisk on it and be like, "Oh, well, they have Jason Tatum."
Mm-hmm.
So, and all that, but I want to hear that the Knicks would have beat them with him or without him. Bro.
They were up 9 with like 3 minutes to go.
Hope he get better, fast recovery to the man. But even if he was on the court, if the injury never happened, it has still been the same out.
Yeah, I think, if we win the chip, when we win the chip, like the asterisk that people are going to have years to come, they're not even going to remember that asterisk, to be honest. But I was so excited. I was at the Yankee game and left the Yankee game to a bar nearby to watch the last 5 minutes of this game. During the Yankee game, they were posting like the score, and that was what united the whole stadium. It was the Knicks uniting all of us together. But yeah, I was so excited. Like I literally could have cried. Not gonna lie, could have cried.
And certainly we'll talk about your Subway Series experience a little later if we have time.
That one sounds
My,
salty.
my might
Someone is
just do a
salty.
my man might just do a Jimmy Kimmel like Matt Damon type of thing. Know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, this was an incredible game. They go on now to face the Indiana Pacers. There's a lot of history there.
Yep.
Before we get to that, what do you think about the Knicks celebrations that are going on lately? That's what I was laughing at before, because they're a wild bunch, man. And I don't I do have a thing with like celebrating too early, but when you really take into consideration the how this Knicks franchise has how it's gone,
Hmm.
they deserve it. It's really deserved. First conference final in 25 years. That's a hell of an accomplishment. But yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the way we're celebrating should be one, no surprise, but two, like everybody want to be haters on us, but like if this was a soccer team in Europe, they do the same thing. They go hard
Every
for their
game,
team
regular
every game.
season.
So let us be happy. Like stop being a hater that you not here.
Les, what are your thoughts on the Knicks fans and their celebration?
I think it's absolutely warranted after all the time that it took us to get to the conference finals. Like, what, 25 years, right?
25.
Crazy. So no matter what, even if it's a regular game, they be out there. You know, my man Spider Cuz be out there with the mic asking everybody about the game and all that. You know, I need to even if look tomorrow. No, they start in Indiana, right?
No, they start
Nah,
home.
yeah, home field
They
advantage.
start
They're the
home.
3 seed.
Oh, okay, yeah. So definitely, I might actually just go to the Garden tomorrow at the end of the night, just to be out there, just to be out there,
Yeah, yeah.
win or lose.
Yeah,
You gotta feel it.
yeah. Be sure to take your phone out and take a couple videos. Like get that for your personal records too to just be in that moment. That's gotta be great. Um, so yeah, the Knicks will go on against Indiana. Indiana beat them in 7 games last year. Everybody got hurt on the Knicks side: Bogdanovich, Brunson,
Mhm.
Hart, Julius Randle. Julius Randle was fine actually.
They just didn't play him.
Oh, okay. But so yeah, that's a revenge series for sure.
Mhm.
And
And we got the history with Reggie.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Spike, stay home, bro.
Yo.
Stay home, bro.
But what do y'all think about everybody that's doubted the Knicks and everybody's been proven wrong? Everybody thought like these experts overwhelmingly took Detroit, the 6 seed, against the 3 seed Knicks. Everybody took Boston against the Knicks. Now people are kind of getting their revenge. You saw what happened with Brian Windhorst when he was, I guess, trying to go to his hotel or
True.
whatever.
True.
And hey, man, and I don't feel sorry for him at all, man. That's
Hey,
you call him.
when you in New York and you disrespected, that's what come with it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, what do y'all think about it?
Listen, I think it's just one of those things that like you can't write this. You can't figure that out. Like they have always put the Knicks as like quote unquote little brother or like just put them down. Like we're never gonna get there. You know what I mean? So like I don't why you got that face for?
Funny,
Because
funny little phrase. Carry on, carry on.
I know why you got that face for, but like we'll talk about it later. But
We got time.
but but they really had doubts. Like they always doubted the Knicks. And I think that just is the bias that they have. And that's why they chose what they chose. You know what I mean? Like statistically, like I feel like everybody has a bias and there was always a bias that like the Knicks was never gonna make it this far.
Yeah, other than the Yankees, I think all New York teams are put as underdogs for some reason. and they need to stop playing with the name. That goes for every team.
And certainly everybody's still picking, the Pacers over the Knicks. Um, Everybody, again, like Bianca said, they think it's luck. They
Hmm.
could lose Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you see, it was luck."
Hmm.
So, and then the luck ran out. So, it is very disrespectful. But the Knicks keep proving everybody wrong so far. Final predictions. Who's taking this series?
Knicks
Knicks
in
in
six.
5. I say 5 because we're back home on 5.
Mm. But we can't close out at home, so I'll say six.
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6, and before we move on, I just want to say one final thing about this. In one of our episodes, when we were talking about the playoffs, during the Celtics Knicks series, there was somebody commented on it, and that username is my whole name, and that whole name said Celtics in 6.
Mm.
And we here at MCW, we here at the Culture Lock, love to hold ourselves accountable. And I'm here to say that I must have been hacked. Is the only
Yo.
explanation. I would never say that. That's crazy. No, I was wrong, and I didn't believe. And y'all could roast me if y'all want, man. I should have believed more, for sure. Um, Speaking of, you gotta believe. My New York Mets went into I guess, a hostile work environment in the Bronx.
A hostile work environment is crazy.
It was a rivalry weekend around Major League Baseball. Look at MLB doing some marketing. Every team in the league faced their crosstown rival. Um, and of course, you had the Yankees and the Mets. Always a bit of big fight field. Juan Soto makes his return, um, to a team in a stadium that drafted and developed him and gave him all the. Oh no, wait, he was there for 1 year.
I'm about to say it's not Washington.
No.
Right. Like, Washington fans aren't mad. San Diego fans aren't had him for longer.
Washington
And
fans ain't mad. He brought them a chip.
right.
New York fans are just petty. Like, I swear.
No,
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 the
Yankee
reason
fans
why
are
is
petty.
because he
no.
didn't bring the chip. That's why.
This is a Yankee thing. This is solely a Yankee thing, because I have not seen so many children attend a baseball game before. He came onto the field. They turned their backs on him, like,
Literally, the whole bleachers.
and like
The
like he
whole.
turned their
I
back on them. Like, "Oh, are you out your mind?"
I
And then
wish
they're looking
I
back. Like, is he looking? Is he looking?
I
Bruh,
I
come
wish I was
on,
there
man.
for that moment. Cause I had tickets to the game. I went to the game with my girls. We were late. And when I mean we were late, we were leaving my friend's house when the game started.
Mm.
So we were late. But she lives in the South Bronx.
Do you want to name
So
names or?
no, I'm not naming
Oh,
names. we got we got to Yankee Stadium at the bottom of the second. So I was just like, all right, we didn't miss too much. By the time we got food and alcohol and sat our asses down, it was the bottom of the fifth.
sounds about right.
So I missed a lot of the game before, and I sat my ass down for the rest of the game
Yeah,
because
that
it was
joint was packed.
not.
That's right.
Yes, yes. The lines were long for food. The food was the biggest thing because we really wanted the bucket of chicken and the ice cream.
Did y'all get the little helmet ice cream with
Yes,
the?
Patricia got the helmet ice cream.
Well, how was the experience? Your Yankees got a big win.
So I was there with two of my friends. One was a Met fan, one was a Yankee fan. I'm obviously the Yankee fan. We got some alcohol. The drinks cups. She definitely flipped her cup so that it didn't say Yankee on it when we took the picture. Um, But yeah, she was not happy. Not happy at all. Like she was upset that the Mets lost the way they did.
Yeah,
And I was here for it. I was here for all of it. And the one thing uniting that whole crowd, even though we wanted to like beat each other up, that whole crowd got united every time they put the score of the next game on. Like,
the Knicks unite every color and creed. The city.
so, um, but it was a great game. I feel like it was great watching what I could watch, and we ended by getting Soto out of there, literally. Literally. The Bulls were crazy. The Bulls, yo, the Bulls when Soto came out. I know I missed the first time he came out, so it probably wasn't as crazy as I captured it. But I captured the last time he came out. The Bulls were crazy.
They
And
probably boomed when that man was on deck,
Yeah,
not even on plate.
I love him tipping the cap in his first at bat. Just like I don't care about this as much as y'all do type of
yeah,
energy. But he came to the plate, the game on the line. He was the last hope for the Mets. He flies out to center, and that ends the game. It was a 6-2 score.
yep.
Game two, we can go that by this quickly.
No,
Francisco Lindor has a sacrifice fly to give the Mets the lead late in the game, and Edwin Diaz strikes out Aaron Judge to end it. So it's funny at the game one, the last out was Juan Soto, and then game two, the last out was Aaron Judge. We get to game three, and it's a very competitive game for most of it. And I forget it was the eighth or ninth. I think it was the eighth. Pete
this
Alonso
is
make
where all the drama happens. Literally.
sure. Oh, actually, before even that, before the game, early in the afternoon, Buster Only from ESPN sends a tweet out saying that they were going to have Juan Soto mic'd up. Um,
He did not want to be mic'd up.
Correct. And I'll tell you why. First of all, that miking up during the game thing, I'm trying to watch a baseball game, not hear a baseball player talk like with generalities and, oh, well, we've got to put a good swing on it and
Yeah, he's trying his best not to talk shit during the game.
no, it's
But
because
like,
Buster Only in the tweet said we're going to interview Juan Soto in the bottom of the second inning, and we're going to ask him about Aaron Judge's season. Why wouldn't you ask Juan Soto about the season of his teammates,
yeah,
who were at that point
right,
tied for
right
the
next to
best
him.
record in baseball?
Yeah,
It's disrespectful, and this is where I talk about disrespect that the Knicks are getting. I I I will fight someone in thinking that the Mets get even more disrespected than the Knicks do, because again, the team is doing great. And then you're going to take their big superstar acquisition and ask him about another guy who's not on his team anymore. And then
yeah.
Juan Soto said, yeah, I'm good on that. So they get Brandon Nimmo to do it. And ESPN is terrible at these things. Ask Brandon Nimmo about his beard. He says, I've grown it since November when my daughter was born. And then they had the audacity to ask, how old is she? You can't do a little math, bro?
Listen,
They are not here. They are not in this world right now. And then Carl Ravish is talking about how the Soto family has a private jet, and Juan Soto flies private. He doesn't fly
his
with the
teammate.
team,
Yeah,
right? Which got debunked by Jeff Passan, who's our Shams or a Woj.
yeah.
Got debunked immediately. And then no more of these hit pieces start coming. NJ.com is reporting because he didn't want to do the interview. This is the only reason. They're going like, oh,
They're going hard.
he's
I will
glum.
say they are going. I will say that people are going way too hard on Soto. Like I love my Yankees and I'm gonna be a Yankee diehard, but they are really going ham. Like the other day, I guess because I have been watching so much like sports on my Instagram, I get all the sports analysis, stupid stuff all the time now, or the like jabronis trying to just talk sports. and stuff, and all of them are mad at Soto, and I'm like, you guys are having a great season. You just mad you lost to the Yankees. Calm down. Like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna
Right.
be okay.
Frank the Tank, well, I mentioned him before.
Yeah.
I like him because he's like actively trying to lose weight, but he's talking about like how the Mets are not going to win another game. That I just doomer stuff. Um,
It is May. Like,
it's
the
May.
season literally just
Look,
like,
there are Pyrrhic victories in life,
yeah.
and this seems like one. Actual victory for the Yankees, a Pyrrhic victory for Yankee fans because y'all won 2 out of 3, right? Like y'all could have just let that gone off of that, but then y'all are here piling on Juan Soto, who all he did was just go to the team that gave him the most money. Michael Kay, the voice of the Yankees, is talking about for 6 months talking about it was just the highest bidder, it was the money, and now all of a sudden today, oh, he wanted to stay with the Yankees, but his mom or his family urged him to go with the Mets. Which one is it? So it's
Yeah.
yellow journalism, and the messed up part is that nothing happens to you. You don't get punished for it at all. Now I will criticize Juan Soto because there were a couple of he was going to be out anyways, but there was a grounder late in the game that he didn't bust out the box for. Last night's game, he hit this shot to
Leslie couldn't take that comment serious.
I got
that's
I
fair.
gotta pause that one, bro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Leslie could not. He was
Baseball
like,
vernacular. They weren't careful.
Hey, basketball and football too.
football got the worst
Yeah,
vernacular.
put in the ball and
I
but yeah, he Soto hits a shot to they're in Boston to the Green Monster. He pimps it, thinking it's a home run. It's off the wall. It's a single. He could have had a double, but he did steal second base like the next pitch, so he got to second anyway. But yeah, those things need to be cleaned up. Nobody's above criticism, but the problem is the people are actually believing these things, and
Yeah.
like it makes absolutely no sense.
And it's
Um,
so early in the season.
Correct. But my whole thing is just it always has to be more. Like
Mhm.
you beat Juan Soto was like 1 for 10 in the series. Y'all
Yeah.
walked him like 3 times in the first game, but like whatever. Y'all won. He didn't. He was a non-factor, and y'all won 2 out of 3. Why
Yeah.
does it have to be more? Because this bitterness is crazy. Like your girlfriend's not that hot. I don't know. I don't know. Your ex girlfriend's
Yeah.
not that. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't know what to say. But
You know what's funny is that the friend who's a Met fan kept on being like, judges are not even hot. Like, I don't understand. Yo, so when you said that, that's what I immediately thought of. That was so
uh,
funny.
I
Yeah.
mean I'm just how do I say this without I'm saying I get it. Like he's a tall man. He's got no problem. I'm sure. I don't even think he's married.
Women like to climb. That's all I have to say.
Perfectly said. So at the end of Game 3, Pete Alonso makes a error that gave me flashbacks of Lucas Duda at the 2015 World Series, and that leads to Corey Bellinger, a former MVP, former Dodger, former Cub, hitting a grand slam that puts the game out of reach. This was courtesy of the coveted Yankee Stadium short porch cheapie.
Yo,
But
every stadium has their
Nooks,
yeah.
I will say this: Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, Juan Soto, they could have also hit a ball
Use
to
the
right
same
and
thing.
add a Yankee Stadium cheapie, but they did not.
Yes.
So I'll take my L. This has been an extremely long segment, and
The next Subway series is in City Field, and
yes, I think it's in July, maybe June.
I I think it's June, July, and I would, if we can, we will be there. Like,
Yes, we will, and hopefully things will be a little different.
The food, honestly, I will say there's a lot more food variety at City Field, and I like the food.
It's also a prettier ballpark. Like your stadium is all gray and executive. You shouldn't
This,
want to this conversation. You're gonna leave me to a rabbit hole.
we must go on a whole tangent
Uh,
about
uh,
just the stadium.
I'm a kick it. I mean, look, man. Baltimore's the best stadium I've ever been to, so I'm just gonna say,
You have been to more stadiums than I have, so I will say Dodger Stadium. That the one over
yeah,
what? That shit is amazing.
really, it's
That shit that they have playgrounds for kids in the stadium.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
I was gonna say because it's like an old ballpark, but it's not. You know what? I've been to Wrigley. Um, I mean, it was remodeled, but Wrigley
Yeah.
is so I get like the old stadium thing, and
Yeah.
I was very excited.
City Field is better than Yankee Stadium.
Sure, but we're comparing, uh, Steph Curry to Kendrick Perkins, so
Anyways.
that happens kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Pause.
On to the next.
To the next. All right, we were in the Bronx for the Subway Series. Damian Priest was back in the Bronx. He was getting inducted into the Bronx Hall of Fame. Many other people were inducted too, one that we know. But that's up to B if she wants to talk about him. But yeah, Yankee fan Damian Priest.
Yo. Yeah.
Uh,
Yo. You would not have said this if you guys have won.
no,
Like,
I've been actually holding this in, man, because I'm just like, damn, like I fucks with you.
he's from the Bronx.
So don't-
Most people from the Bronx are Yankee
and
fans.
most people from Connecticut like the Red Sox or the Yankees, but you not from New York, so y'all can stay over there. Go root for
But he
UConn.
is from New York. He's
Go root for
literally from the.
UConn. Go root for UConn.
You mad? Yo,
UConn. You know what UConn? Oh, arf, arf. I think that's their
yo.
catchphrase. But congratulations to Mr. Damian Priest. He's one of the best working right now. Yeah, and go ahead and give your thoughts.
Absolutely proud of him. He has his name on the Hall of Fame. Um, there was a couple other people. For those that don't know, me and Victor used to work um the Bronx Ball and Bronx Week. So it was like a big Bronx event that happens every year, and there's a lot of names that come through to the Bronx and a lot of tourism that comes through for that. Um yes, we know a couple of the people who are on the Hall of Fame, which we're proud of, I would say.
Are we proud of Melly Mel or?
Everybody in there, Regis, I am.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Regis is on the Hall of Fame. Um, but yeah, like this, I'm happy for him. Like this is an honor. He like when I was telling another one of our friends that we know, she was like, "Who is this man?" And I was like, "He was a heavyweight champion last year. Hold up, because if you're not in the like
Right.
wrestling industry, a lot of people don't know who's who.
That's
So yes, the one time I want to be working for our old employer.
Les. What do you have to say about Damon Priest making the Bronx Hall of Fame?
Congratulations to the man. To be honest with you, I didn't even know there was a Bronx Hall of Fame. So, hearing this, great for him.
Mhm.
All right. JC Mattel's new name. He debuted on
What?
SmackDown. He was another name, and then he was that man, and now he's JC Mattel. So good for him. He
Mhm.
defeats LA Knight. My man Solo is hilarious. Um, what do y'all think about this episode of SmackDown? You also had the Money in the Bank qualifier, and you also had the women's title match with Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton.
Mhm. I forgot Money in the Bank was so close because I'm just thinking about main event right now. Saturday main event. I was like, "What Money in the Bank is this close?" I don't even remember it being this close to Backlash. To be honest,
Yep, it feels like a week apart, but like maybe two, which is still crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday night main event is this week.
Yeah.
right? And we'll preview that a little later. But as it stands, Solo Sikoa is in the Money in the Bank for the men. I believe he's the only
Hmm.
one. And then for the women's, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne, and Rhea Ripley are part of the three of the. It's six now or eight? It's eight,
Hmm.
right? Six?
6.
It's six. Okay. So this confused me because if Rhea Ripley can just complain her way into a title match, why does she need to win a match to then win another match to have a shot at the title?
Yo. I also, on a side note, I'm so sorry for Zoe,
Yes,
who got injured during this match. Like, and I know it's her bad knee, so I hope her the best on a, you know, no one wants to see that.
1,000.
But I also was expecting her to win. I didn't want Rhea to win, to be honest.
I thought Zoe was gonna take the pin, and then what happened to her was like thought they had to improvise maybe, and it's a
Yeah.
bit of a waste of Kyrie Sane, but what else is new?
Yeah.
I wanted to say this about Rhea Ripley. While I do criticize her character, which is really the writing behind it,
Yeah.
she was tweeting a few days ago, and it was basically in the line of fans want women wrestlers to be that, but then it's not that. Basically, it's it's like you want them to work hard, and then as soon as they get on, people start to hate, especially like women, the women who wear like more revealing clothing.
Hmm.
Because a lot of these, I don't know if you want to call them gooners, I don't know if you want to call them incels, I don't know what you want to call them, but in the same breath, they'll like salivate over a woman that's scantily clad, and then call her a whore in the next breath or in the same breath,
Yeah.
and that's not okay, and that's like the lightest way I can say that. Um, and Ria's right. If you spend more time worrying about yourself and putting something in your craft to gain success, you wouldn't be this kind of person. So shout out to Ria for standing up, because there's too much of a contingent of wrestling fans that just think that they can say whatever they want and
Because they never touch a woman or have women around them.
ain't even smell the rose, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Like,
Fortnite, Fortnite and Roblox.
like, bruh. I just feel like most men who hate women, most men, not all, like there's some men who like hate women and get women, but most men who hate women are the ones that don't get women.
And that's why.
Right.
And it's like a catch 22.
Yep.
Oh yeah. We have to talk about Logan Paul, man. Or actually, before that, y'all saw the Nia Jax Tiffany Stratton match. Uh, Jax got
Nah,
Nia Jax got like hit.
not
I
interested.
saw that she got bloodied and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Because he's like not injured. He's
right.
like, I'm not interested.
I'll be interested in the women's title again when Tiffany loses.
Talk about it.
That was gonna be my hot take, but I gotta say it now. Like,
Let's get it.
like I don't. I just don't see it. I don't know. She's not working for me. I would rather have Nia Jax back as champion.
Yeah, as a babyface, she doesn't. Like, she gets the pops, but it just doesn't
But she's better as a heel,
1,000%.
Yeah,
Again, that
for sure.
shrill voice, valley voice, it's not for
Yes.
a babyface. I am your WWE Women's Champion. It doesn't work, man. And I say that, one of the most talented, like, got it quick people.
Yeah.
yeah. No, but she's definitely talented. She's great in the ring, but it's just I don't know. Like you said, maybe if she go back to being a heel, it'll be much better.
1,000%. WWE gotta turn on this Naomi J Cargill feud a little more. Feels like it's losing steam. Didn't have a match at Backlash. they're not gonna have a match at Saturday night's main event unless something changes this Friday. And I think that's well, we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk Monday Night Raw. Logan Paul had a promo which he said because the crowd was getting on him. He said no ye. They were saying ye. Then he said, you know, uh, uh, 4 letters. All of you have 2 brain cells, and I'm just like,
There could have been so many other things he could have said.
yeah. And Gunther comes out and interrupts him. Gunther had an excellent promo. Jey Uso lays Logan Paul out. Da 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 da. Um, where am I going? There wasn't money in
Seth,
the back qualifier for Raw, right?
Not for the men, no.
not for
Just
the men,
the
just
For the
women.
women.
women, okay. So Jey Uso had a match with Braun Breaker.
Mm.
A lot of shenanigans. My boy Seth Rollins. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless anybody got anything to say, we can talk about Saturday night's main event.
Vic, you convinced me
What's up?
with your hot take about Sammy. You convinced me.
He's the third man.
Um,
This role convinced me.
Mm,
I I have a different hot take later on.
yeah.
I had it because of this whole incident over here with but we'll get to that. But yeah, I'm not fully convinced that Sammy is going to be the fourth man.
Mm,
I'm not fully convinced.
okay. See, this is spicy now, man. Now viewers got something to look forward to. All right, man. Saturday night's main event that came up quick. So,
Program.
in a steel cage match, Damian Priest will battle Drew McIntyre. Who we thinking is winning this? It's a prediction, not a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen.
Priest.
Priest.
Yeah, Priest needs
He needs it.
he needs that. I thought we were gonna win at WrestleMania. And I'm like, oh, he needs it.
Now you know
I'm also like,
in
yeah,
2K the steel cage match ends all rivalries in universe mode.
yeah.
So, so if you got a steel cage match, it's the end. Drew need to take the loss on
I just need this feud to end so they could go their separate ways.
fact.
This is getting closer to like Finn and Damien territory, and like I really need this to end.
Yeah.
Why do they always keep Damian in program so long?
I don't know. It's like move on, move on. Like
So for the world title, Logan Paul will challenge Jey Uso. In a tag team match, CM Punk and Sami Zayn will face off.
wait for those who are listening and don't know what we just did. We just eat it. Sorry,
Oh yeah, yeah. I be thinking about
I
the
be
video all the
forgetting.
time. Yes,
Jey
Yo,
Uso.
my
I be
Spotify full.
forgetting that we have we just have regular listeners.
My SoundCloud full.
Like,
Yeah, CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a tag team match versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Y'all might have to convince me who wins this match because I am not sure if Sami Zayn really is third man, then Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker are winning.
um, I'm going with Seth and Braun. I think because they're a new faction, they need it. You know what I mean? They need to
Fair
show
point.
dominance.
Yeah, I'm Steph and Braun. If Sammy definitely not definitely, but he's gonna turn. I see it because they planted the seeds. They planted the seeds the night when he returned and he was in the ring with Jey Uso. They planted the seeds right there. And then when he came up to him and he was like, "Oh, if they pull a numbers game, I got your back." Nah, saying something like that,
Y'all want to put a bet on it or something? Y'all put some money up, do an embarrassing thing type of thing.
I got a trading places bet $1.
I'll take that. Uh, so for well, it's not for the title. It should have been for the title. It would have been added more drama, but R-Truth will face off against his childhood hero, John Cena. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
true.
the Invisible Man. Oh,
Oh,
I
I
got
kind
our
of
truth
want.
on the roll up.
you know
I
it is
really want our
non-title.
truth though.
It is
It's
non-title.
non-title. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why I'm saying it.
Okay, there gotta be a bet on that. That's we gotta put parlays up. That's my
Yo,
dream. I can like sponsor
yo, we could
DraftKings
put
or something.
not
And,
to
and erectile dysfunction medication.
yo, not
That's what
to
everybody's
endorse,
doing.
not to endorse one platform, but there is a platform that we can place bets on wrestling, and I be doing this all the time. So
Put us on.
I'll what is it? Hold on.
Tell us offline.
Yeah,
The-
I'm
in
just
that
saying it's
corner of
because we're
yeah,
not endorsed,
unless
but
they send us some bread.
great point.
but go on betonline.com. Like,
Don't. That's the website. We did not say that you should go and bet online, because that would be coercion or something.
no, 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 no.
Uh, be sure if you have an addiction,
Viewers discretion
call
on
the
that one.
the 1-800 toll free number, and get help and stuff. So
Also, comment if you think Sammy is
yes,
turning heel.
absolutely, absolutely. I also think John Cena is going to win, but that'll be very interesting to see. This is a 4 matches so far. Man, it's going to be like 45 minutes between matches. I already know.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is the only thing I do hate about the Triple H era, that we get less matches but the same time. I don't understand.
mhm.
Like, they're not giving the matches more time than they used to have. Like,
Them
just
ads.
huh?
It's ads. They need them
Yeah,
ads.
the ads. There's so many ads in between. Like, there was way more ads than there is wrestling.
Is a fact, and I don't see it getting better.
And
No,
it's
it's
gonna be on
great.
network TV, so commercials out the wazoo.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah.
You remember when pay-per-views like what you saw in the black box? No commercials. No commercials, man. Man, what a
Listen,
time
you
to
can
be
still
alive.
do pay-per-views for other companies. Companies.
Y'all, now it's time for our wrestling roulette. We trade matches to watch every week, and we talk about it. Um, this was my choice. It was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels in 4 matches that they had. I like to say that I did not know it was 4 matches, but they were all incredible, and I have, for various reasons, seen it more than once in this week or so, and I agree. I think the third match is the best one. I've changed my mind on that.
Damn, I actually thought the last match was the best one. And I think it's only because Taz was on commentary. To be honest. I really enjoy Taz being on commentary. I think it brings a different level to come to the matches half of the time.
He's great.
Yeah, that was the match where I was when I was watching this, I had my god kids with me, so
Aw.
I'm trying to make them wrestling fans. So one of the 4-year-old twins was like, "Oh," or when Christopher Daniels, because he come out first, he comes out or whatever. 4-year-old goes, "Why does he have a diaper on?"
Yo. It's hard to like tell kids why they got like no clothing on, basically.
I
Doing
told
these
him, I was like, "Nah, that's not a diaper. That's like swimming trunks." And he was like, "No, that's a diaper."
That's mad
Man.
funny.
But yeah, nah, the Ultimate X match was the best one to me.
Yeah.
It's Bianca's turn this week, right? So
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Before we get there, I just also want to say that how much I forgot the six-sided ring, and how much I
right.
do
That's right.
enjoy watching people wrestle on this ring. And then I remembered how big this fucking ring was. I was like, damn, that ring is mad big. The stamina these guys had to go.
Yeah, they don't even got a powder. Just go to a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I was trying to find a match that we can actually watch, because finding some Sabu matches were actually harder. And in honor of Sabu, we're gonna watch Sabu versus Abyss, Turning Point 2005 barbed wire match. I think this is a great match for us to see, and and it's different from everything else we have watched. I don't know if you guys have watched a barbed wire match. It is insane. as as the man himself, Sabu was insane. So in honor of him.
Very well said. It's time for our hot tag segment now. This is where we give a hot take on wrestling, and we will not explain it. We just say it, and we have to just take it. Who wants to start?
Roxanne to win Money in the Bank.
Say that again.
Roxanne to win Money in the Bank.
Oh, Roxanne.
I want her to win too. It seems like it. I think she got a shot.
Yeah.
If they let Tiffany do it, definitely let Roxanne do it. She's way better.
All right. Logan's the other guy for Steph and Braun and Paul Heyman.
Oh,
Logan's the other one. Yeah, I know.
that
Look at
that
the
would
faces. Look at the
that would
faces.
make sense. That I'm not mad at that though.
I am, but
Nah, why not?
no.
I don't think
Anyways,
he
go ahead.
deserve it.
Damn. My hot tag, man. It's I'm gonna break the rules. It's not a wrestling.
I think that's fine.
It's
I
not a
don't think.
wrestling hot tag. But I think y'all gonna rock with it. And it is, despite any umpires making terrible calls or any coveted Yankee Stadium cheapies. The fact of the matter is, throughout all three games, the Yankees outplayed the Mets, and you got to hold yourself accountable. They were just a better team throughout the whole series.
I'll take that.
Every dog has his day.
I'll take that. It's okay. Let us know what your hot takes are down below.
Absolutely. And next time we come to you, we're going to review Saturday night's main event. We hope they put a couple more matches in there, but ads, and we'll talk. Fallout from the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, as we usually do. It's a hot season right now, and uh, I think that's about it for us.
What y'all
But
been
right
listening
before we
to?
go, huh?
Oh,
What y'all been
Uh,
listening to? I got a song.
oh,
oh, look at Leslie's like, hello,
I've been
Kali
holding this song for a while.
Kali
hello.
is who I've been listening to.
What you been listening to? What'd you say?
That
Kali
Caliucci's.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Caliucci's. That's
Oh,
how I
you been to
said.
Caliucci's?
That's how. Yeah.
Oh, not I didn't say that you don't. I didn't know that we was both listening to her. That's because we ain't talk about it at all. So,
Nah, but my song is West Side Gun, Davy Boy Smith.
oh
oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the song that I had that I couldn't say last time, but it's anime and Chardonnay.
Yeah,
I still gotta send that to you guys so you guys can listen to it. But it's similar to like the Big Sean, like Martin and Chardonnay.
Marlon
But
Sharp.
I really like it. Yeah.
Before we go, ladies and gentlemen, and thank y'all for that. Um, Before we go, just a couple of news. About a week or so ago, good old Jr. Jim Ross is diagnosed with colon cancer. He's the goat in this play-by-play thing to me in my generation. We hope best for him and his family. We hope he recovers well. We hope he kicks out at 2. And finally, we just wanted to give our condolences to the family of the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal Sabu. Passed away at 60 not too long ago. And a legend in his own right. That's why we have a roulette match there that involves him. Um, and I know you, Les, you wrote a song about him, and you thought very highly of him. Um, why don't you talk about your favorite Sabu memories, or what attracted you to like a wrestler like Sabu, because he's not like every other wrestler.
Yeah, my with Sabu, it's kind of deep because I love this man, and it was like I didn't get to see as much of him as I wanted to when I was younger because didn't really have cable like that, so I couldn't watch ECW. But it's just like when he was on Raw, and then when he came to ECW, the match that he had with Rey Mysterio was a great match. Um, one of my favorite memories of him is him jumping off of the Raw sign because that was one episode of Raw that I actually watched as a kid. So it was like the memories is stuck in my head of just him just jumping. And for him to be like so unconventional where it's like his botches made it look like an actual move, you
It
know?
would look like a car crash.
Yeah, like but those are like my favorite kind of matches, you know, like when him and Rob Van Dam was in ECW with my man Alfonso blowing the whistle. He would come out with the Hannibal Lecter gimmick. It's one in a million, man. Sad to see him go.
Well said, B.
Yeah, I can't even say anything better than Les, to be honest. Like, it is an unfortunate thing that has happened, and I'm sad to see him go. I love all his matches. I love actually watching a lot of extreme wrestling matches. I watch a lot of death matches and stuff. So like this is like he was kind of like right up on my alley of like what I like to watch on the side of regular wrestling. And it's just unfortunate news to hear, and you never want to hear someone go out.
Yeah,
So,
and it's so close to the sheep too.
hmm
Well, he'll certainly be missed. And like we said, our condolences to his family and his friends. Rest in peace, Sabu. That's gonna be all for us. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for clicking that subscribe button. It's meant a lot to us. Thank y'all for commenting and liking the videos. We ask y'all to keep doing those if you like the stuff that we're putting out. Thank y'all again for Les and for Bianca. Very nicely done. My name is Vic. We'll see y'all next time.
Cause I'm the best with the flip. I am legend on the ledge doing willies and smiths. I'm really the you really I'm really equipped, I'm bringing the click. I'm ready for war off top like Sabu on Raw. Do you want more?